In a world filled with superficial charm, fleeting trends, and constant noise, a person of depth and quiet strength stands out. This isn't about popularity or charisma. It's about living by timeless principles that inspire admiration and respect. Stoicism, the ancient philosophy of resilience and self-mastery, offers us a way to cultivate such qualities. When you embody these principles, you naturally become someone others are drawn to, even captivated by, not because of anything flashy, but because of the integrity and strength you radiate from within. In this video, we'll explore 9 core Stoic principles that, when practiced, create an authentic attraction. Stay with me to discover how each of these can transform you from within, making you a person of true depth, wisdom, and quiet power. Let's get started. Principle 1. Self-control. The first principle of Stoic magnetism is self-control, a quality that creates an unshakable inner strength. Self-control, in Stoic terms, goes beyond mere restraint. It's about understanding and mastering our impulses, emotions, and desires. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Self-control is foundational to Stoic practice because it gives you power over your reactions, making you less susceptible to external forces. Imagine yourself in a situation where someone speaks to you disrespectfully. The instinctive reaction might be to lash out or defend yourself, but a Stoic response would be to pause, breathe, and assess the situation calmly. This kind of composure is rare and immediately noticeable. Others can sense that you're not easily rattled, and this stability earns you respect. People are naturally drawn to those who don't let their emotions control them, as it's a quality they often struggle with themselves. In today's world, distractions and temptations are everywhere. From social media to consumer culture, everything around us encourages instant gratification. Practicing self-control helps you step out of this cycle, allowing you to make choices aligned with your values rather than fleeting desires. People respect those who aren't easily swayed by every temptation because it signals a deeper sense of purpose. Your restraint and intentionality communicate strength, independence, and wisdom. To cultivate self-control, practice pausing before reacting. Whenever you feel an emotional reaction coming on, take a few deep breaths and consider your response. This simple practice helps you approach situations with a calm and collected mind, setting you apart as someone who possesses genuine inner strength. Principle 2. Purposeful action. The Stoics believed in living with purpose, acting not out of impulse but with a clear intention aligned with one's values and principles. Epictetus urged his followers to consider every action, asking themselves, "Is this in line with my purpose? Does this serve my values?" Purposeful action, therefore, is not about filling each moment with activity, but about directing your energy toward meaningful goals and a higher purpose. Imagine the difference between someone who drifts aimlessly and someone who moves with purpose and clarity. The latter approach commands respect and admiration because it's rare. Living purposefully requires that you identify what matters most to you, your values, goals, and intentions, and focus your efforts on these areas. By doing so, you avoid distractions and empty pursuits, developing a quiet but powerful sense of conviction that others can't help but notice. People sense when you're someone who acts with purpose. It gives you a presence, a sense of direction that is increasingly rare in a world full of aimlessness. Those who encounter you may not fully understand why they feel drawn to you, but it's often because they recognize the clarity and conviction in your actions. Purposeful action means choosing quality over quantity, depth over breadth, and it often inspires others to reevaluate their own choices. Each morning, take a few minutes to reflect on your main priorities for the day. Set clear intentions that align with your values and avoid activities that don't support your goals. This focus will make you stand out as someone with a strong sense of purpose, inspiring others to seek direction in their own lives. Principle 3. Emotional resilience. Emotional resilience is the ability to face life's challenges without letting them define or control you. Stoics believe that while we can't control what happens to us, we can always control our reactions. Epictetus taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Emotional resilience, therefore, is about choosing not to be a victim of circumstances, but to see each setback as an opportunity to grow stronger. Imagine enduring a significant setback, a failed project, a financial loss, or a painful breakup. Most people in these situations feel overwhelmed, allowing these experiences to define their mood or self-worth. However, a Stoic would face these challenges with acceptance and resilience, viewing them as temporary and choosing to learn from them. They don't avoid emotions, but they don't let them take over either, maintaining their calm and composure throughout. This resilience naturally draws others in. People admire someone who, despite challenges, remains strong and hopeful. It signals a level of self-mastery and independence that few possess. By embodying resilience, you become someone who others can rely on, who provides a sense of stability and strength in a world filled with uncertainty. The next time you face a challenging situation, remind yourself that it's temporary. Rather than dwelling on what went wrong, focus on what you can learn from it and how you can use the experience to grow. This resilience will inspire those around you and set you apart as someone of true strength. Principle 4. Silent dignity. Silent dignity is the ability to maintain a calm, respectful presence without needing to prove yourself constantly. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, believed that wisdom doesn't need to shout to be heard. Silent dignity isn't passivity. It's about choosing when and how to engage, only speaking when your words add value and are aligned with your values. Imagine being in a heated discussion where everyone is speaking over one another, trying to get their points across. Instead of jumping in, you listen carefully, assessing the situation and only offering your thoughts when you have something meaningful to contribute. This restraint makes you stand out because it shows that you don't need to dominate the conversation or seek validation from others. Instead, you're someone who speaks with intention. In today's world, people often feel compelled to share every thought or opinion. By embodying silent dignity, you communicate a quiet confidence, demonstrating that you're secure in who you are. People will remember you not for what you said in every moment, but for the impact of your words when you did choose to speak. This restraint and mindfulness in communication set you apart, creating an air of mystery and wisdom that naturally attracts others. Practice active listening in conversations and resist the urge to speak immediately. When you do contribute, ensure that your words add value. This silent dignity will build your reputation as someone who is thoughtful and grounded. Principle 5. Generosity of spirit. The Stoic approach to generosity isn't about grand gestures. It's about consistently showing kindness and compassion in small, meaningful ways. Seneca wrote, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." Generosity of spirit is about giving freely, whether it's your time, empathy, or assistance, without expecting anything in return. It shows that you value people and connections over transactions. Consider someone who takes the time to listen to others, to offer advice when needed, or to help a friend without expecting anything back. These small acts, though simple, create a lasting impact. They show that you're someone who genuinely cares, that your generosity is rooted in compassion rather than self-interest. Over time, people recognize this sincerity and they feel comfortable and safe in your presence. Generosity in Stoicism also means helping where you can, without sacrificing your own well-being. It's about balance, offering what you're able to, but not to the point of depleting yourself. This kind of thoughtful generosity is refreshing because it's real. It's given from the heart, and people are drawn to that authenticity, often feeling inspired to be more generous themselves. Make it a habit to perform small acts of kindness each day, whether it's offering a compliment, helping a colleague, or simply listening attentively. This generosity of spirit will make others feel valued and respected in your presence, drawing them to you. Principle 6. Inner joy. Inner joy is a contentment that comes from within, not from external accomplishments or possessions. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the idea that true happiness isn't found in wealth or status, but in living a life aligned with one's values. For the Stoic, joy is a quiet contentment that persists regardless of external circumstances, a peace that radiates from a life of meaning and purpose. Imagine someone who, regardless of their achievements or setbacks, remains genuinely content. They find joy in small everyday moments and don't rely on external factors for their happiness. This kind of inner joy is rare, as most people are constantly chasing something outside themselves to feel fulfilled. People notice this difference because it's refreshing and grounding. It shows that you're someone who is at peace with themselves, unaffected by the temporary highs and lows of life. This joy doesn't need to be loud or boastful. It's a calm, steady presence that makes others feel at ease around you. Your contentment inspires them because it shows that happiness doesn't have to be a constant chase. It can be a state of being. Inner joy is an anchor, grounding you in a way that others admire and wish to emulate. Cultivate gratitude for the present moment. Reflect daily on the things that bring you peace and fulfillment. This practice of inner joy will radiate to those around you, making you a source of positivity and calm. Principle 7. Humility in accomplishments. Humility in Stoicism is recognizing that all achievements are temporary and do not define your worth. Seneca reminded us that life's true value lies in personal growth, not in external accomplishments. By staying humble, the Stoic avoids the trap of pride, understanding that success is fleeting and should never define one's self-worth. Imagine achieving a major goal, such as a career milestone or a personal victory. While it's natural to feel proud, the Stoic acknowledges this achievement quietly, without needing to flaunt it. They recognize that while success is gratifying, it's not the ultimate measure of who they are. This humility is unusual and often surprising in a culture that values self-promotion. It signals a depth of character and maturity that others respect. Humility makes others feel comfortable and accepted around you. People appreciate the lack of ego, as it allows them to be themselves without feeling judged. Over time, this humility builds a strong reputation, as people recognize you not for your achievements, but for your character. You become someone others respect and admire, not because of what you've done, but because of who you are. Celebrate your successes privately, focusing on the growth they represent rather than the recognition. This humility will set you apart as someone who values depth over display, creating a quiet respect among those around you. Principle 8. Detachment from praise and criticism. Stoicism teaches us to detach from praise and criticism, understanding that neither defines our true worth. Epictetus warned that when we rely on others' opinions, we become enslaved to them. Detachment from external validation creates a sense of freedom and independence, allowing us to act according to our values rather than seeking approval. Imagine receiving both praise and criticism in the same day. Rather than letting either affect your mood or self-worth, you acknowledge them without internalizing them. This practice is challenging but incredibly freeing. It allows you to stay centered, grounded in your own judgment, and less influenced by the shifting opinions of others. People are drawn to this sense of calm, self-assurance. It shows that you're comfortable with who you are, that you don't need others' validation to feel worthy. This detachment inspires respect because it demonstrates a strength and independence that others often aspire to. Practice valuing your own opinion of yourself over others' judgments. This detachment will give you a quiet confidence, drawing others to you because of your self-assurance and authenticity. Principle 9. Gratitude for the present moment. Gratitude in Stoicism is about appreciating the present moment, recognizing that it's all we truly have. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the fleeting nature of life, encouraging himself to value each day. Gratitude for the present moment isn't just a mindset. It's a way of living fully, finding joy in what is here and now rather than always seeking something more. Imagine approaching each day with gratitude, focusing on what you have rather than what you lack. This perspective brings peace, making you less reactive to life's ups and downs. People sense this groundedness and appreciate it. They feel calm and content around you because your gratitude is contagious. When people see you living in gratitude, they're reminded to appreciate their own lives. Your presence becomes a source of inspiration, showing them that happiness doesn't have to be complicated. It can be found in the simple act of appreciating what's already here. Begin each day by reflecting on something you're grateful for. This practice will create a calm, content energy around you, attracting others who are seeking the same peace. These 9 Stoic principles, self-control, purposeful action, resilience, silent dignity, generosity, inner joy, humility, detachment, and gratitude, are the foundation of a life others naturally admire. They're not about changing how you act for others, but about transforming who you are from within. When you embody these qualities, you become someone people respect, trust, and are drawn to. If these principles resonate with you, consider subscribing to Be Stoic. Join our community to explore the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and discover how to live a life of strength, purpose, and peace. Thank you for being here on this journey to becoming someone who not only captivates others, but deeply inspires them.